Hey there, Pastor Al here on this Wednesday. I'm grateful that you joined me. It's great to have you with me. What a beautiful day it's going to be setting up to be. The last couple of days have been fantastic. Maybe you've gotten out to get some outside work done. Maybe you've just been enjoying the sunshine and the warmer temperatures. But clearly, we have sprung into spring and summer is on its way. And clearly, maybe for me as a pastor, it's kind of an exhale a little bit from Resurrection Weekend. Maybe you too. Maybe you spent a lot of time with family and with friends this last weekend, and you're ready to kind of get underway with business for the upcoming summer. But I'll tell you something, and when it comes to the Word of God, we want to spend time and take time to understand some of the things that Christ did for us in his death, his resurrection, and his ascension. And one of those is recorded in chapter 8 of Hebrews. The writer of Hebrews talks about a new covenant. And he's actually referring back to what Jesus spoke to the disciples at the Last Supper. He said, "This is the new covenant in my blood." And one of the things that clearly Jesus is intimating when he says that is he is saying the old is done. There is something new for you. And the old way was the Judaistic faith. It was the rituals and the traditions and religion of the Judaizers, the Pharisees, the Sadducees, the scribes, the lawyers, all those people of the law. Clearly, that was the old way God was dealing with man in his relationship. But now God is going to turn the page because the sacrifice was made complete for us. And so Jesus is going to come on the scene. He's going to talk about something new in the Gospels, this new covenant in my blood. And earlier in the Gospels, Jesus also refers to this old and new when he talks about old garments, old wineskins, new wineskins, and how you can't mix the two. You can't do one with the other. It has to be either old or new. You can't mix them. And that analogy and that story is meant to show us that what had been done in the past with God and his relationship with man has now changed. And God has changed his direction with the way he's going to deal with us and the way he's going to promote the Son with us and promote his own relationship with us, and what God's going to provide will be expressed in Paul's writings, in Peter's writings, and also in the book of Hebrews. And in chapter 8, verse number 13, it says this. It says, "And this he, being God, says, a new covenant," or Jesus too said the same thing, "he has made the first obsolete. Now what is becoming obsolete is growing old, is ready to vanish away." And the writer of Hebrews, of course, was writing this prior to the fall of Jerusalem, probably. And so he was realizing that as a prophetic word, that this time of Judaistic faith was coming to an end, that Jerusalem was going to be sacked, it was going to be destroyed, the temple was going to be destroyed, the sacrifices were going to be ending. And so he says this part that is made obsolete is now ready to vanish away. And clearly Jesus always has had this intention that the way things used to happen aren't going to be for the future. He gives us something new. You can't mix the old and new. And I thought about the fact that when we are born again, our nature should change. It doesn't mean that our outward shell changes, but our nature changes. Our way of thinking changes. Our way of understanding should be enlightened and changed. And Jesus always means for us as believers to throw away that which is old, to accept what is new. And clearly as human beings, we have trouble with that. We have difficulty getting rid of the old that we're so used to. And we're trying to mix some of the old things of ourselves with the new. But Jesus makes it really clear, and in the in the Gospels and in Hebrews, it says the old is done, the new is coming. And in Corinthians, it says that we are a new creation. Old things are passed away. Behold, all things become new. So I just want to exhort you and encourage you today to have a different thought life. Think differently than you did before. Act differently than you did before. Put on the new covenant that Jesus provides for you through his blood and walk in that new creation he's giving you. And don't look back at that past man, that past person, but look forward to what Christ wants to do and how he wants to manifest the good things to you. As he told the disciples, this is a new covenant in his blood, and we're still walking in that today. May you be encouraged by that, and as always, have a great day in Jesus.